Madam Deputy Speaker. I would like to speak on Amendment 2 and 3, tabled in my name, to further strengthen the water bill by making it a criminal offence for water companies to fail to report discharge from emergency overflows, and Amendment 3 to prohibit such discharge in river areas used for aquatic sports, such as the Thames. I have the privilege of representing the towns and villages of Beaconsfield, Marlow, Bourne End, and the South Bucks villages. We are unfortunately served by Thames water, and we have some of the highest fines in the country. We are blessed with a beautiful waterway setting throughout my constituency, including the River Thames. Our area is rich in water sport clubs, the Marlow Rowing Club, the Marlow Canoe Club, the Upper Thames Sailing Club, to name but three, and also young people and high schools and grammar schools use the Thames for their water sports as well. Amendment 3 would mean that water used for aquatic sports would have the same protection as those for bathing. It establishes that there should be a clear consequence for water companies and their chief executives where they fail to comply with a clear duty to protect the water in which people practice aquatic sports, particularly aquatic sports like rowing. And this is particularly true of Thames Water, Madam Deputy Speaker, and of the Thames. And I appreciate the cross-party support in Bill Committee when these amendments were brought forward. Aquatic sports are an important part of our sporting heritage in this country, but storm overflow discharge into our rivers has adversely affected the health of participants, creating an ongoing health risk to rowing, sailing, canoeing, and other aquatic sports clubs along the Thames and across the country. Many clubs, particularly in places like Marlow, take their duty of care very, very seriously and are having to put in place their own monitoring systems to protect their members. Amendment 3 would ensure that water used for aquatic sports were put on the same statutory footing as bathing water. It is a time for water companies to take responsibility for ensuring those waters are safe to use and to protect our young people for the future. The amendments set out a reasonable expectation that a water company must not discharge for an emergency overflow in an area within a 1-mile radius of an area used for aquatic sports. The definition of such an area is clearly outlined and further discretion provided for the Secretary of State to determine such areas where needed. This amendment will bring a much-needed support to our vital aquatic sports.
Would my honourable friend give way?
Absolutely.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I thank my honourable friend and constituency neighbour for giving way. She will recall that she and I, along with a member for South West Hertfordshire and the former member for Uxbridge and South Ruislip, have held a number of meetings with local stakeholders and the Canals and River Trust about these issues which affect the River Colne, which covers the boundaries of our respective constituencies. Does she share my appreciation of the measures introduced by the last government which ensure that we have effective monitoring? And will she join me in thanking Conservative-led Hertfordshire, Buckinghamshire and Hillingdon councils for the work they've done to ensure that water sports users have access to good quality, clean facilities?
Thank you. And my honourable friend raises an excellent point of what the previous government did, which was put in monitoring for all waterways so that now we can actually hold water companies to account, and the cross-border and cross-party, but mainly the Conservative councils that work together to make sure that we were holding Thames Water and other water companies to account. So thank you for that point. And on the Amendment 3, and I was surprised that the government didn't readily accept this amendment because it is non-party political. It is about the needed support for our vital aquatic sports clubs and to further strengthen the protection of waterways used for aquatic sports across the country, in waterways such as the Thames and other places across England, and in areas where we see young people accessing waterways where we have storm overflow. I urge the government to accept these reasonable and important amendments to strengthen the bill. Thank you.